We are still missing a diamond antelope jackrabbit for our trophy lodge, and it's kind of put us in this weird situation where we can either focus on them and, in my opinion, end up with a lot of kind of repetitive content, or we can just hunt other things and hope to stumble into one. And I do feel like rabbits are best left as opportunity kills anyway, so I think we're just gonna hunt around on Rancho for this video and the next couple, hopefully until we stumble into a diamond jackrabbit, and see what we can find out here, because this map has been one of my absolute favorites for small game, and we're kind of running into the brush right now to hopefully flush some pheasants out. There should be a rooster in here somewhere. Sounds like they're all taken off, so if we can locate them, I think there might be two. There's that one, and then yeah, that was one as well, so got a couple of them. I know there's a max weight one running around here somewhere. I just cannot find it, so hopefully during the course of this hunt we can stumble into that. But I've never placed so much emphasis on small game on any map, and you can see just from the latest harvest exactly what I've been up to, shooting a ton of pheasants, rabbits, and one random turkey, and hopefully in doing all that and getting all those respawns, we can get some cool rares and diamonds. But we'll just kind of continue hunting for whatever we can run into today, and we'll see where that leads us. It is interesting though, just how not focusing on rabbits immediately leads us to rabbits, and I think that might actually be part of the issue. I've spent a lot of time just specifically trying to target them, and really not being that successful even at finding them. I've kind of noticed that hunting them at night seems to be somewhat effective, but I'm not a huge fan of doing that, especially for a smaller animal. So we got the one male out of there. At least that'll be good for respawns, and maybe that is going to be the way forward, just kind of hunting the other things and hoping to stumble into them. As I said earlier, I feel like that's kind of how rabbit hunting is best left anyway. For just starting out though, 2 pheasants and a male rabbit down already is not a bad deal. Hopefully we can kind of keep up that pace. Ooh, that might be our rooster, and it's actually tracking a rabbit that led us to this, so go figure, kind of the opposite of what I was talking about. But there was a warning call back in here for a pheasant. There's actually... I don't think that's it though, that's a molting one. Can we spot... I'm guessing that's the one, but that's not the one that we just had that track of. It's also technically a 2 with a chance of being diamond, but because we can't spot the other one, I'm not even sure what to go for first. I just want them to flush so we can get them properly. That's not it, so yet again, we have some decent pheasants here, but not actually what we want. I'd love to get a molting diamond, so if this is a level 2 diamond, that would be pretty cool. We did get that one. I still have no idea what to make of that 2 to 3 kg track not being the one. If we could hit that with the 22, that'd be nice, but it's probably going to land. Yeah, that's just going to give us the grounded score, so we'll take our actually pretty good size molting one. It might be better than the best one we mounted. I know we have like a 19-ish roughly. We'll probably just go ahead and tax that. Maybe we can improve a multi-mount. And now I'm not sure what to do. There's a max weight rabbit track back there. I'm really not sure where that was. And certainly I don't know where the max weight pheasant that we were actually tracking got to. Amazingly, I think we just found it, and it's got a decent chance there with that estimate. 18 to 22. It's been... I don't even know, because I've picked up some rabbit tracks. Way back here somewhere is the last track, and I was just hoping that maybe by essentially going forward in the direction that the last track was facing, that we might run into it. And it was probably that guy right there, the warning call of what I believe to be a different rooster, that sort of let me know to look in that direction. There's rabbits and stuff everywhere, and it becomes this thing where, you know, leaving one track active, you never know what you're going to miss by doing that, and I started picking up other tracks, but just kind of continuing in that same direction at least led us here. We got to figure out where exactly they're going to hide, and when you have the pheasants go defensive like this, they do look for brush, so they were just kind of hidden in here. That is not the right rooster, and the gun's not quite working. I thought I saw him there? Or is he... No, he's still with one of these. That's him there. I'm still not so sure we hit it. Okay, got him that time. I don't know what that other one was. I was trying to hit it as it went by. It's gonna go down, so we'll ultimately get to see what we had out of that. And we got 2. Actually, I'm not sure which this is, so we gotta be careful. That is the other. And we should have it down as well, so it's going to take a little bit of running around and maybe some assistance from Rocky, but we ended up with 3 roosters out of that. I thought this was going to be the other one, so actually, he is just a 19.5, 0.8 below diamond. Definitely a good size one. And that's now a couple of max weight ones down for respawns. The other I think we hit more solidly, so he shouldn't be far from here. And I mean, we're kind of stumbling into rabbits every time we're taking shots, so I'm trying to pick up tracks and at least make sure we don't miss out on any max weight ones. There was the one back there where we had the pheasant tracks, but I think in the grand scheme of things, I'm happy to let that one go for a couple of big pheasants. And really the one that we lucked into, just by it kind of flying by, was not bad sized either at over 17 there. I think actually this is something that I'd like to start doing more. So there are 2 rooster pheasants here, and neither are that special. I didn't realize that one had flushed. We still got them both. But there are a lot of times in videos where kind of like there are opportunities for kills that would be kind of like inconsequential animals, and I'll pass up on the chance to take them pretty much because I know my ammo count's going to go down, and that might just cause questions as to like why was that not shown in the video. But these videos a lot of times are sort of like the highlights of, you know, 2.5 hours of hunting, and I think it ultimately slows down the process of respawns in single player. So I'm probably going to start taking more of those opportunities, and you may see the ammo count seem to sort of jump around a bit more, but it's mostly, I think, going to be just like shooting level 1 pheasants and rabbits, for instance. Alright, one of the 2 things we need to happen here has happened. This is a level 5 peccary. To kind of explain, I had this guy's track and followed him forever, all over the place. He's a dark gray, and it was just max weight, and I wanted to find it and just simply could not manage to figure out where he actually was. So he was near this lake. His zone is somewhere down in this area. So I decided to reset the time, and at least he's here. At least he is a 5, and hopefully a well-placed shot from the 303 is going to bring him down. So the reason that I spent all the time actually going after that is simply because we've had 3 different javelina at this point, and by the way, that is now the 3rd level 5 in single player without like any time spent actually going after him. So go figure, all the respawns we have for rabbits and pheasants and no single player diamonds. But anyway, all 3 of our diamond javelinas have been commons, and just because that was a max weight non-common track, I was kind of probably a little too determined to actually find it. But with that estimate, he has a good shot of making it, and if he does, that'll definitely add a little variety to our multi-mount. Now, as I said, one of the 2 things we needed already happened. He is a 5. Now we need that 144.2 trophy rating or higher. And he is 145. Wait. 145.1? That's not the right one. It's a common again. Man. I just don't even... I don't know how this keeps happening. So where is the dark gray one? And do I want to do this again? I can't. It was like 45 minutes of tracking around in the desert, not finding anything. And I thought we finally did what we needed. Is he in here then? I bet that's the one. And technically, he would have a chance as a level 4 to be diamond. Now we know that feral pigs can be a level 4 diamond, and these are scored the exact same way. Both are diamond at 144.2, both are gold I think at 98.1 or something like that. And they've kind of done that with a lot of the newer species where they can make diamond below the max level. I'm really going to be disappointed if that is the dark gray, because I thought that we finally had a little bit of variety for our diamonds, but I guess technically, like I said, it's got a chance anyway with that estimate. You know what? That's not the one either. That's a 123 scoring brown. So where on earth is that dark gray one? I mean, you saw where we had the tracks down there, and there's no other logical place he could drink. I don't think he would go all the way down there. So I'm not even sure how worth it is at this point to run around and try to find him again with all these tracks and the fact that we've left his trail. We'll run around a bit, I guess, and pick some up, but we might just come back to this on a different day, because I don't even know. We spent enough time on this, I think. Oh, what? Okay. I don't know if that's the one. I don't even know what's going on. He only goes up to 145. If he slows down, I'm confident enough, especially with like 12 diamond javelinas at this point, that we can probably take that shot. I wouldn't even be shocked if he's a 145 diamond, to be 100% honest. He's being a little bit weird. Finally, we got our shot opportunity. I wonder, is that the dark gray? I see a track there. We can figure it out. I just reset the time. That is the dark gray. I wanted to go... That's not even close to where we had his track. I wanted to go back down here and look for that max weight rabbit from forever ago. And of all things, we stumble into, what, now the 4th level 5 javelina in single player? 144 gold, naturally. 0.2 below diamond. That would just be the way. I mean, I guess of all fur types, to be trolled by dark gray is probably the best, because it's, I think, the most similar to common. Just go figure. Everything would just go that way after everything else that we've seen. It's kind of tough to tell off like one track, but this seemed to be the area where the max weight rabbit we had was kind of hanging out, and there's a bunch here, just no 4kg ones, so I'd like to, if we can, maybe get those two smaller level 2s. They're kind of far apart, but if we're quick about it, should be doable. There actually is yet another male in here somewhere, and there's a bunch of pheasants kind of running around as well, but I didn't see any big ones, and I wanted to kind of try to stay in pheasant territory as we're rabbit hunting today, just, I guess, to have that chance of maybe seeing a rare rooster flush somewhere, but at least it is kind of keeping things interesting with everything we've seen so far. But as for the max weight one, unless we would stumble into one of his tracks, I don't even know where to begin to look for that, because I never did get a zone. I just knew roughly where we got that track, and to begin with, I was kind of following him in a direction with some other rabbits, assuming he was with them. So it's really hard to say. He might have just been passing through, but we'll kind of go down this road, kind of take any male rabbits we get, and then we're probably going to wrap up here. We're already pretty far off course. There was a rooster pheasant warning call, and I can't help but go and at least look for him. I saw one fleeing that we hadn't spotted before, so I'm assuming it was that, but it did lead us to another male rabbit, and really, this area right here, kind of like northeast of the main lake in La Hacienda, it seems to have a ton of rabbit tracks and zones, so it could be where the one we were after actually hangs out. It's just finding that one track is not going to be easy. Well, the good news is, we're kind of learning as we go here. I haven't really checked this particular spot that much. I want to, if we can, actually get both of the male rabbits. We almost hit that follow-up. He kind of got out of the way just in time. We got so close on a couple of those. I don't know if he's maybe going to stop for us. We did get the bigger one of the two. Unfortunately, I think he is probably going to get out of sight. I mean, they're slowing down there. Maybe if we can range that, we can get him. Just all for respawns at this point. Like I was saying earlier, we've shot so few javelina and gotten a number of diamonds out of single player. But yet, the number of rabbits we've shot and had no level 3s, I'm trying to make sure we get all of them, because it seems like it might take some time, but it's just kind of like back up on top of this hill here. It kind of gets into this nice little flat area where apparently rabbits and mule deer like to hang out, so even whether it's here in single player or in multiplayer, it's a spot that I want to start checking a bit more, especially when there's actually multiple groups of rabbits in the area. We can take that male out as well. There was a coyote there. I mean, like, we sort of see some of the animals that are in these areas just by maybe spooking them and they end up in front of us, but certainly I didn't realize there were so many zones just right in this little spot. We do have the first of our decent-sized level 2s here. That was a silver at 4.6. Then the other with any chance of actually being decent is a 4.3, so all going to be just silvers. But I am quite glad we managed to make the shot on the other level 1 as well, so we ended up with 3 males, which for any spot with these antelope jackrabbits is pretty good. It seems the ratio of female to male is pretty unbalanced in the favor of females. Another male warning calling down there though. We're pretty much ready to wrap up and finding more male rabbits than we have the rest of the time. Let's go and claim this. Now maybe run down there and see if we can just spot it or get a track. I wouldn't be shocked if there's a big one in here. But anyway, that was a modeled 3.4. Now let's see if we can get eyes on the one that just called there. We are lucky we even got that, and I know there's more. That's a male. Hip shots do the job just as well. So we got 2 more bonus ones. I think, again, it was primarily females. We probably spotted 5 females before any of the males showed up. And again, we're lucky we even hit this one. It wasn't our best shot, but yeah, I think at this point, we'll kind of confirm there's no other males in this area. And I guess we'll go back to the trophy lodge with our javelina, but I'm not so sure what to do with it. I just don't know about that. I mean, to me, they don't look that good on the wall. I feel like they're better suited for the full body platforms, but of the 4 we now have, that is the smallest one, the new one, and we don't have an additional full body platform to really put it on, so I think it might be a second lodge edition more so than anything, and we're going to go ahead and put up the warthog that was here. It actually was a red-brown, so I definitely don't want to actually take that down, but it sort of was a decent place to take a look at it. But yeah, as much as I would like to add as many new things to the trophy lodge as possible, as for what we have now, unless we can get a different fur type, I don't want to take any of the ones that we have down. So yeah, maybe if we can get another diamond or rare, which doesn't seem too impossible the way level 5s are spawning in single player, we can make that multi-mount for the second lodge. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.